Hey everyone, it's Aisha, aka Lesh of Living Lesh, and welcome to my channel. Here on Living Lesh, if you haven't been here before, I'm sharing everything on travel, beauty, motherhood, fashion, lifestyle, home, a little bit of everything and in between. But it's all about living that luxe life, but basically that luxury life based on what you define, not based on the price tag. So if you are new to the channel and you want to stay connected, because of course you do, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you can stay connected. So we're here today on a video for a review, and it's a new brand that was just introduced to me. So for those who don't know, I am a content creator, and that means that every once in a while, I will get a brand that either DMs me or emails me asking to try out their product if I'm not used to that brand. But because I don't like waste, I typically don't just flat out agree and just go, oh my gosh, they're offering me these free things. Yes, I'm going to accept it. That's not what I do around here. So what I usually do is I first check out the brand on their website to see, one, is this a product I would naturally use if I had known about it? Is it a product that maybe I've seen at one of the stores I often shop at and just didn't take the time to look at it, but now I'm really interested in trying it out? Or I saw it, I know of it, and I'm like, I never decided to grab it because maybe the price tag was a little bit off for me at the time. So this brand, Snif, reached out to me via DMs asking me to just test out some of their products. They didn't ask for anything on social media, nothing. They just want me to try out some of their products based on what I'd be interested in. Before I filled out their form or agreed to test anything, I went on their website. And on their website, I did find a really good interest in their products. Between the perfumes, the body mists, they had laundry detergent, candles, a bunch of different fragrances based off of what like you like. So it wasn't something that was like a one size fit all. They had different fragrances, and it seemed like they even had seasonal fragrances, which I was really interested in finding out more about. I also went on YouTube and found some other videos of other reviews of people saying they got seasonal boxes, showing all these things. So I said, you know what? This is a product I would use. I love smelling good. I do laundry. I am a stickler for candles because we burn candles all the time in our house. One, to kind of help mask the dog smell, because we do have a dog. It happens. And others just because I like a good fragrance when I work. So I'm constantly burning a candle in the morning when I'm starting my workday, just so I can fill the room with a good positive fragrance to start my day. So I decided to say yes. And on top of them sending me the initial products, I did ask them to send me some more, because originally they just sent me a candle and a fragrance. So I asked them to send me some more products so I can try out the whole line so I can give you all a full review. So that's what we're here for. I'm going to be sharing with you my experience after I received some of these products a couple weeks ago, how I've been using them and what my thoughts are, and whether I'd actually buy them and whether you should buy them too. So let's first talk about the packaging. So these mostly are empty boxes because everything's kind of out and about. So you'll kind of see that. I will tell you the candle that I'm going to be showing on this video is a newer candle. I burnt the last one, and to show it is just a little bit weird. But anyway, so the packaging on these is spectacular. So I love that all of the boxes, they just feel like they're natural. I won't say they're natural boxes. I can't even sit there and say I don't see anything that says that you can recycle them. I'm going to assume so. But it comes like you know what it's going to be for. So when I open this, I'm like, you know what, this goes in the laundry, because to me, this is just a laundry room color in these boxes. And I like that just the colors of the boxing and the size as you kind of read it. I also love the boxes as they come with the fragrances. So I put the fragrances back in here so you can see them, but I'll show you as I open each one. But each one has this kind of different way of opening it. This one slides out. This one opens forward to kind of do this story. And then of course you have these bigger boxes. Again, pretty nice packaging for the candle. And then this one is for the body mist. So you're getting a variety of different color packaging. I mean, that's typically normal for a lot of beauty brands, but you do see some of these brands who just kind of stick to the same packaging per each item. So with example of the fragrances, you're kind of seeing this two different types of packaging for the fragrance. And then they're using like two different fonts. Like this just gives me, I know I'm going into something a little bit more like says Vow Factor. I know it's going to be like a little bit more mystical. It just looks mystical. And to be honest, the smell of it is mystical. Whereas this one, I know it's going to be a little bit more feminine, but like a subtle feminine because it's a more subtle, like handwritten font. Like you can tell what you're getting into with this just by the fonts and how it is put together. So I know everyone's like, who cares about the packaging? I care about the packaging, and some people do. So you maybe watch this video and go, I don't care about the packaging. Some people like packaging. They just like how it comes. It makes you feel good when you're looking at it in the store. If you're going by in the store and it has good packaging, you tend to pick it up. And when you get something in the mail and it has good packaging, you get really excited about it because it's presentable. Just kind of like when you go into a store, buy furniture. When they do that whole setup, it's presented. When you buy a house and they stage it, it's presented because everyone likes the packaging, even though you know that's not exactly what you're going to be using. But let's get into some of these products. So let's start with this first fragrance, and this is called the Vow Factor. And you can even say, it says, this scent brought to life together with Professor Perfume. Now, when you open it, it slides off. And then, like I said, the packaging, as always, it just opens this way to reveal your nice, pretty package. You can see it's a little low because I've been using it because, again, I'm not going to sit here and give a review on something I haven't used before. So this Vow Factor, I would say, is a little bit more misty. And when I say it's like misty, it gives off this like earth kind of tone, like smell. So when you spray it, which is a really good, you can see it's a good spray. Let me give you another one. It's a lot for what you're spraying for. So less is more with these because even now, as I just sprayed it, it's taking up the whole room. Like I'm smelling it in, and I even spray it on myself. I sprayed it that way, and I feel like I just got envelope in it from 2 sprays. So less is more with these. It's even getting into my mouth. That's how strong it is. So when I first put this on, like a natural person, because I'm used to body mist, I sprayed it everywhere and then realized, don't do that. One good spray around the neck will last you for hours. When I first tried this, because I sprayed it everywhere, it was overwhelming. My husband had to roll down the windows. So be warned, spray it like once. But the second time I wore it, I sprayed it once around my neck. We went to dinner. My mom called me, and it's going to be a weird story. My mom called me because I was carrying my 10-month-old. She was saying that asked what soap we had put in my son's hair because it smelled so good. And I said, well, we don't put fragrant soaps on him because he has eczema. What you're smelling is my perfume. So it actually stuck to him. So that's how strong these are. And you're getting a good price for it. I mean, I know you're sitting there saying, okay, well, these are small, but they go a long way. So I've been using this now, like I said, for 2 weeks, off and on. I mean, I don't use it every single day because some days when I'm working from home, I'm not around anybody. I'm just like, hey, we're here. But I would probably say this is about after 10 uses with just 1 spray each time. You could still do your neck and your wrist if you want to. But like I'm saying, I'm still sitting here and smelling it. That's how strong it is. So as I spray some of the other stuff, it's probably going to overwhelm the room. It's a good long way for their perfumes. This Vow Factor, like I said, it's a very more earthy tone. Probably a little bit more of like a deeper, I want to say more masculine tone or fragrance that we were going for. It's not as floral, it doesn't have floral notes, I wouldn't say, but I do like it. And of course, I like the packaging. I like how it's simple. It's not like this one of these overdone perfumes in these really pretty bottles. Like the bottle's still pretty, but it's not like, overdone. So that's it for Vow Factor. All right, this is the other fragrance I have called Gentle Reminder, and this is a fine fragrance by Alex L. So we are seeing that these fragrances are made by different people. I think the other one said Professor Perfume. I have no clue who that is. I guess I had to look that up, but they are made by different people. So this one, even on the back, says Gentle Reminder, you're deeply worthy of ease, joy, and softness. You're not just a vessel for pouring and filling the cups of others. You deserve to be loved, cared for, and tended to, and are worthy of being a soft place to land in your own life, by Alex L. So this opens up, and it opens up to the little reading that I just gave. You are deeply worthy of ease, joy, and softness. So it has that nice little cover that's in here that flips open so you don't lose if you don't want to. And of course, it's in there, and you pop it open like so. So this is the other fragrance. As you can see, I have not opened this one. I've been using that one, but you can see how it newly comes out. So it is, when it does come in the package, it does come in this plastic. So we're gonna try this out together. And you can see that it's still the same kind of packaging in essence, but this one still has those words on there as well. So if you get rid of the packaging with the little notes, with that little love note, it is on the bottle. So if you gotta get that look in there, you kind of see the words that are on there as it's reading to you. So you get that nice little reminder as you are enjoying your fragrance. So you pop this off. Let's give it a couple sprays. So this one's a little bit more delicate. So again, kind of going back to what we were saying about the packaging, it is gentle. It has vanilla hints of vanilla I smell. And it has this kind of nice also essence of lavender in there, but it does give that gentle feminine smell. As you can see, I kind of lost in there because it does give at ease. Like, I feel like this is a nice fragrance I'd wear for brunch. Like the other one, I'd wear for like a date night. I'm going to date night. We're going to have a steak dinner. Nice. Maybe like here in Philly, we go to Steak 48, or I'm going to Prime Rib. We're going to have a nice little dinner with those, you know, hors d'oeuvres on the side, all of that. Where this one is nice brunch, girls' night, somewhere outdoorsy. This is definitely a summer fragrance. So if you're looking for a good spring or summer fragrance, this one is it. If you're loving those vanilla tones where you like smelling kind of like ice cream, this one is for you. And you can kind of see, even after that one spray, it barely looks like I did anything. Like there's probably like one small bubble in there that's just at the top. But like I said, this goes a long way because it's still wafting right here. So another great option. Snif is definitely giving you a want to sniff. All right, so let's get into the candle. This is the Off the Grid scented candle. And it says it's Lily of the Valley, Moss Cedar, Cistus Amber, Sandalwood, and Tupperose. And these candles are high quality, non-toxic, vegan, cruelty-free, and a blend of soy plus vegetable wax. So meaning they're good. And Off the Grid means the warm and calming scent that takes you to your happy place. It's a blend of amber, lily, musk, and sandalwood, making for a soothing burn. So just what I need for my mornings. The other one I was burning was a sandalwood one. That one's downstairs in our living room, but it was more of a, I want to say musty tone. We have our living room area is like this green kind of modern outdoorsy aspect. So I always burn something that relates to that aesthetic so that when you walk in, you're kind of still smelling that amber musty element. Whereas this one smells like it's going to, or sounds like it's going to be one of those that fit for my office here. So a nice little candle right here. It tells you they put the scent on there. Of course, it's branded, and then it has a nice topper. Here's what it looks like on the inside. Here's your full candle right here. And as we burn it, as I smell it first, it does give that sandalwood, definitely one that I would put here in my office. So I'm going to be really excited to burn this. Probably going to start burning it really soon, but especially because it's probably going to make that warm room smelling. But I will say, as I've been burning the other ones, the burn isn't like a super quick goes through it burn. I mean, if you let it burn all day, like I tend to do, it's going to take a good chunk out of it. I mean, it's the soy wax. It tends to burn, I don't know, I wouldn't say it tends to burn at the same rate, maybe sometimes a little faster, at least in my opinion, based off of some of the other thicker waxes. But you're getting a lot more of the fragrance in the area, so it might not be as much. But the candle that we're using downstairs, when I burn it, I'm expecting it to fill the whole floor. So that's the kitchen, our dining room, our downstairs office, our living room, and our dinette area. So I burn it for longer so that it can take up the whole room. And then because we also have a dog, it's kind of like, I don't say it's battling the smell. I don't say my dog stinks, but you know, dogs, they have their own scent, right? And their stuff has their own scent.
So we're kind of just trying, I burn it for a whole lot longer, probably longer than I need to. But this one I'll probably burn maybe in the morning for about the first 15-20 minutes as I start my day, and I'm sure it will overtake this room really quickly, so I won't have to burn it as often and let these last a lot longer. I feel like for the price that these are at, they probably are worth the buy for as long as they last. But also depends on, again, how long you're burning it for. If you're letting it burn for hours, of course it's not gonna last as long. If you're letting it burn for like 15-20 minutes in the morning, I probably think out of this candle with that amount, kind of seeing how fast the other one burns, I'll probably get a good 3 weeks to 4 weeks out of it, knowing also that I don't burn it on Saturday and Sunday. So I'm burning it 5 days a week, maybe 15-20 minutes in the morning, and then I'm blowing it out. So this is their body mist. They also have a body mist on top of their perfumes. I decided to get both because every once in a while I love a good body mist for like a morning shower versus a perfume, especially if I just want to smell good for going out in the day. So it is plastic, it's not glass. This one is the Extra Whip body mist, and the Extra Whip body mist says it is a cold I can't even say that. Aldehydes, icing sugar, whipped cream accord, vanilla, milky sandalwood, and a fluffy musk. And it says this Latonic body mist is the fluffy topping your nostalgia has been waiting for. We whisked icing sugar, vanilla, and cold aldehydes, which I have no clue what that means, with sandalwood and musk to create a rich, creamy scent that is lighter than air. One dollop is never enough. So when you pop these off, and I have tried this, it does smell like ice cream as well. I'm going to tell you, it smells like ice cream. You give a good spray, not as thick. You will need more than one spray. I mean, it is a body mist, so that's why these are typically bigger. But it does give a good hefty scent. I will say for these, I don't think the scent lasts, I wouldn't say the scent doesn't transfer like the perfumes do. They're not as rich, if you want to put it that way, but they do last. Like I do feel like when I put this on after a shower, it is giving me a scent for the whole day. It does take more than one spritz. On average, I think the 2 showers I use this for in the morning, I did about, spritz up here, 2 spritz up here, one spritz per each arm, and then I kind of did like a mask 2 spritz around my body. That's how you spritz people, I guess. I don't know. But I did feel like I smelled like ice cream the whole day. So I hope to other people I smell like ice cream. I got one lady at our grocery store. I went to Wegmans and she complimented me and said I smelled really good. So I'm hoping that was it. Otherwise, I must just have a good natural smell. But I will say this is worth it as well. I do feel like it's going to last pretty long. And again, another great smell, Extra Whip, if you're looking for something a little bit more fragrant and feminine. But they do have other scents. So don't go, oh my gosh, I don't want to smell like an ice cream cone. Check out the other body mist, especially if you're not a perfume person. I will say do not use the body mist on top of any perfumes or, in combination, even if it's the same similar smell, because it will be overwhelming and you could probably give others and yourself a headache. So last but not least, we have the laundry detergent and the scent booster. Now these are newer for me. I have just tried them as of a couple days ago. So not a lot has been used. But they are HE, I'm gonna say compliant, I don't know what the word is, but you can use them for your HE washer. Now this and this are the same fragrance and tone. Obviously this is more the detergent because of how big it is. So to kind of give you, it's a signature spin liquid laundry detergent and it's just titled Everything Wash. It has scents of Italian citrus, rhubarb, fresh melon, lily of the valley, Indonesian patchouli, and white musk. It says it's a luxe scent, all-purpose, deep cleaning, non-toxic, vegan, cruelty-free, and fabric safe. And it has, it tells you on the back dosage recommendations. So it says, for a small load size, you do 15 milliliters, medium, 30. So it does tell you and it gives you the instructions. So if you have a pull out thing or you pour it right in if you want to, I have one of those drawers that I pulled it in. So it does include a dosage cup, which I will show you. So right here, what it looks like is this is the top. This is actually the cup. So the cup does have the sizing on here. So to kind of give you this essence, if you get really close in there, if you can see it, that first line is a small load, so you can see up. So you're not going to be using a whole lot. I was a little hesitant at first with this because of the fact that I'm sitting here thinking, okay, if I have a large load, I'm only using this much detergent. I know people say less is more, but I'm also like, I have boys and men that go out and they don't smell very well. So is this actually going to clean their clothes? I have a young boy that gets, you know, stains on his clothes. Now I can't sit here and say that this removes stains. I did use this in combination with OxiClean. I use OxiClean on everything, but I will say it did come out smelling fresh. The reason why I haven't been using it as often is because our baby has eczema. So I haven't tested it out fully on whether if he gets in contact with it, will it cause a flare. We use free laundry detergent right now, like everything, not free as in pricing free, but it's free of everything. Just to keep it safe. But I did use it on one load of some of my items that I don't wear as often, and it did come out smelling super fresh. I have not fully tested this on, you know, the men's, the boys, you know, all of that, because I'm not really sure about it. But I will say, I mean, I'm a woman, I go out there, I sweat, it's hot outside. It did leave my clothes smelling fresh. They were soft, they were well taken care of. Everything looked clean and smelled clean, so I was very happy with it. So I will say this is a okay product for what I've seen with it so far. As I continue to use it, I'll make sure you leave a comment in the comment section to add more aspects about it. Or if you're someone watching this video and you've tried this and you know about it, leave a comment, let the rest of us know. For the scent booster, it's the same kind of thing. They have this lid about it where it tells you, you know, to add, you know, a certain amount for small, medium, and large, extra large. So you add this in. You add it in with the detergent. So you put whatever size in here in your detergent space. So if you're pouring it right in, like I said, or if you put it in the drawer, and then you add some scent booster on top to make sure it matches. Now Snif, I think what I saw on the website, does have different fragrances. So you would make sure that you have the same fragrance. Like these are both signature spin. So if there was another fragrance, and I'm gonna make this up, called, you know, sandalwood, you wouldn't do sandalwood and signature spin because it's not going to boost the fragrance here. So I did use these in combination. So I can't fully say, hey, this by itself did great with the scent. These together did great with the scent. So I would recommend getting both just to be safe than sorry. But like I said, if I'll try it out with just this, and when I find out, I will leave more information in the comments. I will also be doing probably a full blog post on this, so depending on when you're watching this, I'll do a full blog post and leave the link to it for my blog in the comments, or not in the comments, in the description. If you're watching it early and I haven't got to it yet, you just have to come back. You have to hit that subscribe button and stay connected. So overall, I would say I am a fan of Snif. I think all the products on their website are, you know, priced very, you know, very well. The body mist, I think, are around $22, $23, maybe $20. The fragrances, like the perfumes, do start around $65, but I think because of how long they last, you're still getting your money's worth. The detergent somewhere in the 30s, 40s, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. I know the candles, because they come in different sizes, a small, I think the one I have is a medium one, and they have a larger one, which is multiple wicks. They start around 30 something, and then they also give you the option online to build bundles, so that you can build bundles of different fragrances in smaller sizes to kind of get them together. You could even see like some of the, you can get like little small tester ones. I got this one with Valve Factor that came with it. So this is like one I can take on the go. So if you're like a traveler and you need this, you stick this in the purse for a little quick fresher if you need it, if you're all day. But like I'm saying, I do like this brand. It's a brand that I ran into. Yes, they reached out to me, but no, this is not sponsored whatsoever. This is my true feedback, and I've always done that with any brand I've tried. If I don't like it, I'll let you know. I typically don't even share about it, just to kind of stay like, if they're gonna send me something for free and I end up like liking it, I try not to like throw them off because they gave me free products. But like if someone asks me about it, I'm gonna be honest. But I wouldn't have created this video to tell you that I don't like something. I'll tell you what's working, I'll tell you what's not working, I'll tell you what gets better, but I do want to be truthful that I do like this brand authentically. I do like the products authentically. I am using them authentically as it fits within our family. One thing I probably wouldn't buy right now myself, and nothing against the product, is probably the laundry detergent, just because my son has eczema and we're just a little bit more hesitant with that. But as he grows out of it, it would be a product I would go back and check. So if you're not worried about eczema and stuff like that in your family, go for it. If you're not a fragrance person, but you're a candle person, I would check out their candles. They are called Snif for a reason, because I feel like you're sniffing those things and you're enjoying it. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. I would not have like even asked for more products to try out if I didn't like the initial product. Because originally they only sent me the candle that's downstairs burning and the Val Factor. And I went, I want to try the rest of it because this brand seems legit. So I've linked everything I've shown you in this video below, along with the candle that I have not shown in this video, but the one I have burning downstairs. So all of it's linked below, so you can shop on your own on their website. I'll also share anything below in the description on where you can buy these if you're looking to purchase them in person. Of course, again, with like any product, it may be available in your area, may not be, but I would try it out. Even if you just get a small one and try it out, see if it works for you, see what fragrance you're looking for. You might find your new luxury scent at Snif for less of the price tag than some of the luxury, maybe designer fragrances that you are using right now. But I hope you found this video useful. I will catch you next time. Bye.